Want to introduce yourself and kind of who you are, Erica? And
Yeah, so I'm Erica McGillivray, and I have a little comic book problem, you could say.
nice way to put it.
So I live in Seattle, and people, always say, like, we're going to have an earthquake one of these days, like, we're overdue for this earthquake. And if there is an earthquake, I'm going to have to run because I have about 5 bookshelves that are filled with comic books.
Oh, there are earthquakes in Seattle? I thought that was only a California thing.
No, they happen up here. Not as often. We're still on that, big Pacific Rim. So anyway, I review comic books on my blog. It's called 6'7" in Green, after one of my favorite comic book superheroes, She-Hulk. And I've been reading the Fable series for probably the last 6 years or so. And I read it in trade paperback form. So I am not caught up on the very, very, very latest issue, but that's okay. And I've also read a bunch of the spin-offs, and I'm just a kind of a general enthusiast about getting people to read comic books and, show that comic books are great literature too. So I'm excited I'm not a gamer, my total disclaimer. And I'm really excited to kind of see how the Fables world has been translated into this game.
So, what's your background? How'd you get started in reviewing comic books and getting into that?
Well, I was a nerdy English major in college, and professionally, I'm a social media marketer, and it just kind of, when I would get on social media, I'd be like, I don't want to just talk about social media marketing. I want to talk about things I'm interested in, like comic books. So it just kind of all the worlds came together. And I'm actually a published author. I was in the book Chicks Dig Comics.
Oh, cool.
And it was a really amazing experience. And I wrote an essay about cosplay and how when I started to cosplay, it led me to meeting a bunch of people in the larger comics book community. Certainly helped boost my blog presence. I mean, that was a total secondary to actually finding people to hang out with at these conventions I was going to. And I'm actually one of the founders and former president of Geek Girl Con, which is an organization that celebrates geeky women through events and does their own convention.
Oh, that's really neat.
So,
wow.
Yeah,
what's the convention?
So the next Geek Girl Con is in October. I want to say it's around the 18th. I feel really bad about not knowing exact dates. But if you go to geekgirlcon.com, you can find all the information and get your passes. It's a lot of fun. There's usually about 3,500 people there, and a lot of community to hang out with and meet some creators and stuff like that.